few more examples to do. We're going to work on these together, then we'll actually, we might get whiteboards out and do some more together. So if you guys have something like this, you are distributing. So I did a few examples like this on the video yesterday. So in this case, what are we going to distribute?
3x3.
All right, we don't say 3x3. You're going to say, I like the 3x, but how do you actually say cubed, or you can say to the third power, or to the third. Now say, so 3x to the third. So we are actually going to multiply both of these. So if I multiply 3x cubed times 6x squared, we got to multiply the coefficients, and then what do we do to the powers? All right, we add our powers. So what's 3 times 6? 18. And then we got x. Now we have to add our powers. So 3 plus 2 gives me 3. 18 to the 5th. Sorry, I thought I heard someone say 6. All right, now on the next part, it's a positive 3, but what kind of 4 is that? All right, it is a negative. So positive 3 times negative 4 gives me a negative 12, and then what's my power for x? All right, now can I put those two pieces together? I can? Why not? I'll say it doesn't have anything to do with, you can put positives and negatives together, but why can't I combine these to like make 6x or something like that? All right, the exponents don't match. You can only put things together if the exponents and the variables match. Even though they both have an x, a power of 5 and a power of 4 don't have, like, it's actually called a degree. They're not the same ranking, I guess, if that's a way that you want to think about that. So you can only add like terms if the variables and the powers match. So on this one, this is all we can do. So we're done. All right, do you guys have any questions on that example? All right, so let's take, I hate using Kleenexes for erasers. And I make that an 8. Negative 8 xy to the third. And let's multiply this to 4xy plus 5x minus 2. All right, so we're just going to apply the distributive property. So for the first part, I have to take negative 8 times 4. What does that give me? Negative 32. Now, what's my power for x here? You guys agree with that? All right, what about y? All right, I think that sounds good. All right, now we have to distribute to the second term. We're distributing to 5x. So what is negative 8 times 5? Positive or negative? Negative 40. Now what's my power for x? Yep, just squared. All right, now on this one we have a y, but we don't have a y here, so we just bring down that y cubed. No, I can't. I might have to zoom out a little bit. All right, and then the last part, I have a negative 8 times a negative 2, so what's my coefficient going to be? A positive what? 16. And then the xy cubed just comes down because there's no other powers, and make sure that your 3 actually looks like a 3 and not whatever I just wrote. And there we go. All right. Are you guys ready to try a couple of these on your own?
Yeah.
Okay. Now say, do you guys have any questions before I erase this one? All right, here we go. All right, you're doing this one by yourself. Hey guys, do you agree or disagree with my first term?
Disagree. Disagree.
What do you disagree with?
The A.
What'd I do wrong?
It should be five.
But why?
Because there's an A.
All right, so if we have 4 here and 1 there, that definitely is a 5. All right, now the second part. Agree or disagree?
No, yeah, disagree, sorry.
What do you disagree with?
12.
What'd I do wrong? What did I do? Okay. Whenever I'm looking at things like this, these are like the most common things I see. I see mistakes. People forget that if it doesn't have a power, it is a 1. And then sometimes when you distribute, sometimes you just accidentally add. Not a big deal. All right, so are we ready to move on to the next type? All right, let's do it. All right, so I do want you guys to know when you see something like this, I know if you had Mrs. Borden, she is going to say FOIL. If you had me or Mrs. Hyatt, we just say distribute because that's all you're doing. So, when you have, these are binomials because they each have 2 terms. When you're multiplying these together, the first parentheses, do you guys agree, has 2 terms in it? And then the second parentheses also has 2 terms in it. So if you multiply 2 terms by 2 terms, how many terms should I have when I'm done multiplying? 4. So we're distributing twice. So what this is telling us to do is we are first going to distribute the 2a, then we're going to distribute the 3. If you have been taught FOIL and you want to think about that in your head, that's totally fine. But tomorrow we're doing something that you can't use that FOIL because it's not 2 by 2. FOIL only applies to a binomial times a binomial. So today I'm just going to say distribute. So what we are going to do, and I showed my work. What I did yesterday on the video is I just said I'm going to take 2a. Oh, that marker doesn't show up very well. All right, I'm going to take 2a and I'm going to multiply it over to this parenthesis. And then I'm going to take the 3, the second term, and distribute it.
You want us to show all like that?
Okay, so I'm going to show you, if you had me for Algebra 1, this is how I showed the work. So for those of you that had me for Algebra 1, this is something you might recognize. I will say my goal for you is to start distributing. So if you distribute the 2a first, what is 2a times 3a? 6a squared, and then 2a times negative 5. Negative 10a. Then we have to distribute the 3. So 3 times 3a gives us 9a, and then 3 times negative 5 gives us a negative 15. And then on this one, we actually have the two terms in the middle are like terms because they have the same variable and the same power. So what is negative 10a plus 9a? Negative 1a, or we can just say negative a minus 15. Now, if you guys are okay with, if you guys want to skip this step and just go ahead and start distributing and go to this line here, I'm okay with that. And on the next example, that's what I'm going to do. So however many terms you have in the first parentheses, that's what you're just going to distribute each term. So you distribute the 2a first, then distribute the 3, and if you have like terms, we're going to combine those together. I'm going to say, do you guys have any questions on that one? All right, am I good to erase? All right, let's do another one, and then I'll let you guys try a couple on your own. All right, now on this one, I am not going to write that first step. I'm just going to start distributing. So the first thing I'm going to distribute is the a. So if I distribute the a, what do I get? All right, so I get 8a squared whenever I multiply this a times the 8a. Then what's a times negative 5? Negative 5a. All right, now for the second part, am I going to distribute 7 or negative 7? Yep, you got to keep that sign, so we're going to distribute that negative 7. So what's negative 7 times 8a? Negative 56. Just negative 56? Yeah, don't forget that. All right, and the last part, negative 7 times negative 5? All right, and then we have like terms in the middle. What is negative 5 minus 56? There we go. Negative 61a plus 35. And we got it. All right, are you guys ready to tackle a couple of these on your own? All right, so the next one. All right, so that's 5a plus 4, and then the second parentheses is 5a minus 1. All right, I made a mistake. I need you guys to just, you don't have to raise your hand like super high, just let me know whenever you see the mistake. Here, and I'll get that out of the reflection. So only Dominic, do you find that mistake on your phone? Guys, what'd I do wrong?
It's 15. 25.
So 25.
So like this would, that would be 15?
No, middle one. This is regular A.
All right, so you guys think this should be a 15.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
20 minus 5.
All right, it's a negative 5. You're going to say, make sure you pay attention to your signs. So a negative 5 and a positive 20 do make a positive 15. Well, negative 5 plus 20 is 20 minus 5.
I know, but you said it was 20 minus 5, but it was
Hey,
negative 5
hey,
plus
once you quit arguing, you got the right answer. Just simmer down. Okay?
No, it's the same.
1.
All right, so I am actually done with notes, I think. I think you guys are good. But I want to show you guys the homepage. All right, so yesterday you guys did your e-learning assignment. It was very great results, very few missing assignments. And I will tell you guys, your assignment it's due today, the one from Tuesday. If you guys need me to check if you've turned that in, I can do that for you. So your assignment from Tuesday, if you've not turned that in, that's your first priority today, is to get that finished. But you guys do have a new assignment today. It's called Multiply Polynomials, and it's due Sunday. But I feel like that you guys have 20 minutes. You can really get a good start on it today. And then tomorrow we are going to add one more step to this. Today we did only up to binomials. Tomorrow we're going to throw in some trinomials. So I'm not going to add any more work tomorrow as far as like assignments, but we are going to do some stuff in class, so you won't have much class time to work on homework tomorrow. So that's what's going on. Nathan, do you need something?
Yeah, I was going to see if you could tell me if I turn that in.
Yes, I can. All right, so virtual kids, if you have questions, send me an email. I have prep at 1:15, so that'll probably be whenever I start to answer emails this afternoon.